Hello YouTubers. Many Christians have pondered the meaning of Ezekiel's wills, so today I'll reveal the mystery using the English Standard Version. In short, the entirety of the first chapter of Ezekiel is talking about a vision of future technology. Even though the idea that the first chapter of Ezekiel is describing future technology is common, the idea that Ezekiel's wills is talking about UFOs is nonsense. The first chapter of Ezekiel is a description of Christ who is on earth, using technology in the future to speak with Ezekiel in the past. Today, I'll describe that technology, along with other future technology, including what's popularly known as Ezekiel's wills. For those who desire to refute my statements, I'd encourage them to first find even one contradiction within the text before doing so. Let's first prove, through the Bible, that these events are happening in the future. That's easy because the text describes the Lord as coming from the north in verse 4. We know that this is the Lord because the same traits are given to the one who is sitting on a throne in verse 27. As most Christians who are familiar with eschatology should know, the Lord has not come from the north in the past, so must be referring to a future event. This means the Lord must be speaking from the future to Ezekiel in the past of what he must tell the people of Israel. It is from this person who comes from the north and sits on a throne that contains descriptions of power and glory that, in verse 28, Ezekiel hears when he is told to speak to the children of Israel. That the Lord comes from the north is an obvious reference to Christ's kingdom when he establishes Mount Zion, found in Psalm 48, which states, "Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised in the city of our God, his holy mountain. Beautiful in elevation is the joy of all the earth, Mount Zion, in the far north, the city of our great King." Ezekiel's wills describes one type of future technology that is available at that time, specifically a mobile quantum computer that contains within it a digital intelligence that is also operating a body called a living creature. This is what's meant by the statement, said twice, that the spirit of the living creatures is in the wills. In verse 22, the English Standard Version states there is an expanse spread out over the heads of the living creatures that shines like awe-inspiring crystal. This suggests that the living creatures use some sort of advanced holographic overlay. Furthermore, in verse 25, a voice comes from the expanse, along with the image of a throne room and someone with a human appearance sitting on the throne. This suggests that the holographic overlay is capable of receiving live video and audio from someone with a human appearance that's sitting on a throne. In chapter 8, Ezekiel is visited by someone in the form of a man, even using the term form of a hand. This person has the same description of the person sitting on the throne in chapter 1. That is telling Ezekiel what to say to the people of Israel concerning the temple. We also know that these events happened in the past, particularly as Jazaniah the son of Shapham is mentioned. Yet we also see a description of someone having the form of the future Messiah that sits on the throne at Mount Zion, which suggests Christ has the capability to send a hologram of himself with the ability to speak into the past to speak to Ezekiel. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for your time.